Here's my journey on how I started Soulmate Customs and grew it into $1 million business. Going back to 2020, in the middle of a pandemic, school was shut down, I had nothing to do, I had no friends. My brother introduced me to TikTok and convinced me to download it. After a month or two of becoming obsessed with TikTok, I started seeing people my age create businesses and become successful at it. On my For You page, a lot of people started making their own designs with small embroidery machines. It was kind of like a trend at the moment, and I thought it was super cool and interesting. So I researched about embroidery machines and finally decided to get one for myself. I remember my first embroidery machine was a small $300 Brother machine. When it came, I was so excited that I immediately went on YouTube and learned how to use it in about a day. I started taking my own old clothes and embroidered designs on them and made them have a completely new look. I had started a couple of businesses before the pandemic hit. I had a jewelry business, clothing business, phone case business, and also a swimwear business. I had nothing to do at home, so what kept me entertained is creating fun pieces and starting businesses out of them. Fast forward to my mom's birthday coming up. It was her 50th birthday, so I knew I had to get something extra special for her. Since I was very young, I've always been into gift giving. I used to plan surprises for not just birthdays, for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Thanksgiving, and whatnot. I would plan surprises for my parents because I always wanted to show appreciation to them, but especially for such a big birthday, I wanted to make my mom feel extra special. So I started searching for gifts online. All I could possibly find were the most basic cliche gift ideas, like get your mom flowers, get her a necklace that says mother, get her a t-shirt that says best mom ever, with the most boring design there is to exist. I couldn't figure out anything that was unique enough, so after much brainstorming, I decided to maybe create something myself. I thought of the idea to take a picture of me and my mom, outline it, and then embroider it onto a sweatshirt. I thought it was a pretty cute idea, but I didn't really think much of it, so then her birthday comes up and I finally gift her this sweatshirt, and immediately she understands what it is and starts bawling her eyes out, and she says that it's the most special gift she's ever received in her life. Shocked at how beautiful this idea was, my mom almost immediately goes, "Kayla, why don't we start a business out of this?" It's been my mom's dream ever since I was born to own a successful mother-daughter business, and this seemed like the perfect moment to do so. So I quickly came up with a name. I've always believed that we can have many soulmates in life. A soulmate does not have to be a romantic partner. It can be a pet, a teacher, a best friend, or even your mom. So the name Soulmate was perfect. Customs just matched because we do personalized items, and it worked out great. I created a website myself on Shopify, and then I created a TikTok account, an Instagram account, and officially launched on July 1st at 11:11 a.m. I was so nervous that I was alongside my mom and we made a little prayer to finally have a business that will be mother-daughter and it will be super successful. And then I clicked publish. I started creating designs of celebrities like Dixie D'Amelio, Noah Beck, Gigi Hadid and Zayn Malik, the Kardashians, so that I could showcase my work. I started showing them off on TikTok and filming short videos out of them. After about 5 days of posting on TikTok, I hear a cha-ching coming out of my phone and I realized that it was Soulmate Customs' first ever order. I remember running to my mom and started jumping with happiness seeing that we got our first ever order. Immediately, I grab a blank sweatshirt and start working on the order. My first ever customer was this sweet girl named Emily. I will never forget her. She ordered a sweatshirt for her boyfriend, and only a couple months ago I find out that she reordered another sweatshirt so she could have matching ones for her and her boyfriend. I will forever cherish her being the first person to believe in our business. So I start making Emily's order, and as I'm making it, I'm recording a TikTok to post that I have made my first ever sale. Once I finish making the order, I post the TikTok video that I made. About 30 minutes in, I start seeing notifications on my phone. People liking the video, comments started flowing in, and then I see hundreds of people all of a sudden are following, commenting the most supportive comments ever, and I realized we are going viral. I started hearing cha-ching sounds from my phone. Every minute we'd get a new order. We kept refreshing TikTok, seeing the thousands of followers we were gaining every second. My phone was literally blowing up. I remember I wanted to go live, but I was too shy to show my face at the time, so I would take all of our design samples and would just show it through my phone without showing my face and interact with our followers. Eventually, I started going live every day and just got used to it. Lives really helped us bring in more sales. It was like a great way for people to see who was behind the business and see how it works. After a couple of days, we had about 5,000 orders to fulfill, something that was more than impossible for me to do myself. So we ordered 50 boxes of inventory to our apartment. We had absolutely no space, so what we did is took my bed into my parents' bedroom and used my whole entire room just to store the boxes in them. Me and my dad started searching for our first ever office space, and in about 2 days, we found our place. It was a small, tiny room, about 300 square feet inside of an office building. We quickly moved in. We purchased 4 commercial embroidery machines. We hired 2 people, and that's how we got started. We ended up being able to fulfill all of our orders successfully, and after working in that tiny office space for about 3 months, we quickly outgrew it and we moved to a new office that was much bigger. It had 4 office rooms and seemed like really a dream come true. That was the place where we hit our biggest milestone that I never thought we'd ever be able to achieve. In June of 2022, we hit our first $1 million in sales. Never would I have ever thought that would happen. So we stayed in this office for about 6 months until, again, we outgrew our office space. So soon after, me and my family decided that it was best for us to move to Florida, and we decided to start a new chapter here. Lots of you guys have been asking to know the story behind why we moved. A young girl, almost in her 20s, living her dream life in Los Angeles. Why in the world would I ever think of moving? I'd love to do a separate video on that, so comment the number 555 below if you'd like to hear the story. The process of moving was a separate struggle in itself. It was as if we had to restart our business all over again, but we ended up finding our dream place. This space has about 7 office rooms and an additional warehouse where our production takes place. We now have over 20 plus team members in-house and remote, and it's been the best time of my life owning Soulmate Customs. There's been lots of struggles, tears, ups and downs. I've learned so incredibly much from the past 1.5 years of owning a successful business. Now, my goal is to inspire people the same way other young entrepreneurs have inspired me. I'm ready to share all of my tips and tricks and show you guys that if I can do it, you can too. If you made it until the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I hope this brings some kind of inspiration to any up and coming entrepreneurs. There's nothing that makes me happier than seeing people succeed. If any part of this video resonated with you, comment down below. I'd love to see what inspired you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys. Bye.